My name is Carina Johed, and I'm the CTO and co-founder of Planethon, a Stockholm-based company. Well, we work with social, ecological sustainability. We want to bridge what sort of science says in that area out to the business world. So sort of creating a link between what needs to be done and the people trying to solve the same problems, and vice versa, going back to getting what problems are out there in terms of business development, and how can we bridge that back to the science community to have them sort of further investigate with the needs they have. Yeah, of course, it's somewhat being solved. Everyone wants to, like we talked about today, invest sustainably or develop sustainably. So everyone is trying, of course, and solving the problem themselves. And they use the science community sort of on a manual level. They invite the scientists and they do the research together with them, but that's not totally scalable, since the science community really needs to focus on science and not communicate. So that's how they do it today. If you look at sort of scientific reports, they are structured the same way that they have been for 50 years, 100 years, 200 years. You sort of have a title, you have an abstract, you have an author, you have a sort of a full text, and everything is structured the same way as it always have been. The sort of difference now is they're uploaded to a sort of science publication or a journal of sorts, but you still have to read the exact document. So if you're a business developer that our client base is, they need to go through 1.4 million scientific reports to understand what they need to do, and that doesn't work. Of course, they can ask a scientist and get a synthesized version of it, but we try to sort of bridge that and scale the scientists, if you will. We have a consultancy part of the business as well. So we work sort of with the manual part of it. And also we work a lot with training different types of business developers and sort of the management group in how to do this. But what we realized quite early is that is not scalable either. We cannot be out helping a lot of people at the same time, because there's constraints in a consultancy business. So that's where we started, and then we realized we need to scale this, and that's where Neo4j came in. So we use the graph to unload the data and use that to better predict and help these companies when they business develop. So we've been working with the graph itself, of course, for a year and a half now, and have worked with the algorithms part. We did a sprint with Neo4j last year to do algorithms, and that's where we're heading. We need to understand and do research back on the sort of scientific team, but then also add the data analysis and the algorithms even further to enhance and sort of find the hidden information within the publication. So we're still on this sort of algorithm route, but super excited to use Neo4j because it's really powerful. Just go ahead and do it. I think Neo4j has several good sort of sandbox environments and good training. I think Cypher I'm also from a sort of developer and relational database background, but it's super easy to understand and learn Cypher. So just do it and hop on a sandbox and just get started, because you're going to learn while you do it.